Hey everyone, hope your day is going well. We are back with another reaction. We're going to check out All Those Years Ago by George Harrison. Some people recommended this and said this was a song written about John Lennon and a tribute, I think, after his murder. I believe this was released in 81, so about a year after John Lennon had passed away. So I wanted to check this out. I've been slowly learning about the Beatles, their history and checking out their music. I've now reacted to their first seven studio albums on Patreon. Currently making my way through number eight, which is Sergeant Pepper. Having a great time with that. Been checking out some interviews on my other channel. I watched the Get Back documentary, read a book. All of the slowly I'm piecing it together and really yeah, appreciating their music and yeah, just it's seeped into my life. It's amazing. So yeah, I wanted to check out more of their solo stuff too, and wanted to listen to this song. Thank you for being here. Let's go.
I'm shouting all about love. Well, they cheated you like a dog, and you were the one who had made it so clear all those years ago. Talking all about how to give, they don't act with much honesty, but you went away to the truth when you say all you need is love.
Hmm.
Baby, with good or bad, I always looked up to you.
Wow.
Now we're left cold inside by someone, the devil's best friend, someone who offended all. We're living in a bad dream. They've forgotten all about mankind, and you were the one they backed up to the wall all those years ago. You were the one who imagined it all those
Hmm.
years ago. All those years ago. All those years ago. Deep in the darkest night, I send out a prayer to you. Now in the world of light, where the spirit realizes all else that we despise, they forgot all about God. It's the only reason we exist. Yet you were the one that they said was so weird all those years ago. You said it all, but how many had ears all those years ago? You had control of our smiles and our tears all those years ago. All those years ago. All those years ago.
Iconic.
All those years ago.
That's beautiful, man. It's bitter sweet. and you feel all the emotions in the book when you listen to the song, when you watch all these clips from their films or from shows. And I need to watch some of those films too because their sense of humor. I know I've watched some of these interviews and how they handle some of these stupid questions by the press. Uh, they are hilarious. And yeah, you smile, you feel the need to cry when you see it, when you listen to it. George's voice, it has a soothing element to it, so pure, and the sincerity and the honesty, the kindness in it. It's so easy to listen to, and you can't almost help but smile just because of the way his voice makes you feel. There's spirituality in it. This wisdom behind some of his words and the growth that he went through as a human being. Having dark days and then uh, growing from there. Beautiful, great guitars. Love the bass, and yeah, some powerful lyrics. Especially the line "You imagined it all. You were the one who imagined it all those years ago." Of course, referencing his song Imagine. But then when you start to think about what ended up happening to him, that message, that not enough people are listening to. It's naive, it's idealism, all of that. But man, the world would be a better place, even though some would perceive it as naive. But damn, I prefer that one. I prefer if you have to choose, what kind of world do you want to live in? Really, come on. He says we're living in a bad dream. They've forgotten all about mankind. Uh, and then they backed you into a wall, and then you see this newspaper article. He wants, I guess, he that was a joke. Probably he said the Beatles were bigger than Jesus, and I guess that sparked some outrage. Come on, why do we have to be offended by any? It's just a joke. I think it was meant as a joke, and even if it wasn't, is that the worst thing in the world? Uh, and he said, "Living with the good and the bad. I've always looked up to you. That's powerful. Damn, heartbreak." And also acknowledging he had good parts and bad parts. They demonize you, and what I like is, yet you were the one they said was so weird. But he kind of owned that, right? Which is what I love so much about artists. And even when they're free spirited or out there or non-conventional, non-conformist, and they own it. And it's almost like, yeah, you can also try to be yourself and accept yourself for who you are and not try to conform to what society wants you to be, and just be yourself. Really, really, really great. So all of that is in there, right? And then he referenced "All You Need Is Love," which is another great, great song. And that one was written also by Mr. Lennon. I think, yeah, it's incredible. All this history is in it, and for the fans who were there, you of course know what the press was saying at the moment. Right now, we have legacy, we have benefit of hindsight, but we also have the benefit of sometimes forgetting, right? That not everything was positive in the news back then. So, and remembering certain articles or how they demonize people and how ruthless the press can be and all of that. But sometimes we choose to forget it. And I guess some of the people who wrote some of those scathing articles want to forget sometimes too. It's like, I can't believe that I did that, hopefully. Or ask questions. I've seen clips of, journalists, paparazzi starting to hound Paul McCartney just even on the day or days after John Lennon got killed. And leave the people alone, okay? There's a time and place for these questions. It's not the day of or the day after. Yeah, powerful stuff. Powerful stuff. I look at this line. You said it all, though. Not many had ears. You said it. Just go back and listen to the music, and it's all there. Just go back and listen to it, and all of that is there. The message that we might still have to re-listen to and pay attention to, and ending it with "You had control of our smiles and our tears all those years ago." which he definitely has in his music. But then also, of course, after what happened, a lot of people felt that pain. Now, I've said this before in a John Lennon reaction. I'm kind of feeling it, even though this all happened before I was born. It's weird, but it's almost like it's hitting me now because I'm just slowly discovering him. It's so bittersweet. And actually, when I was born, like in '87, like I believe Sergeant Pepper's was released in '67, so that's 20 years before that album got released. And even then, I was closer then to it than we are now to 1987. So that's a weird thing with time, right? If you look at it that way, actually, it was not. I was closer then. And that's how time works, or we perceive it as linear. It's very interesting to think about. Ugh. Yeah, man, the Beatles. All these guys were so good. Looking forward to discover more and learn more. And please leave some recommendations. Thank you so much for joining me and listen to this great song. This is another one that's going to make the playlist for me. Yeah, thank you for being here. Hope you have a great day. Goodbye.